One day you're going to wake up and you're going to say, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to sell my business. And the people who've thought about this in advance do the best, get the best payout, and have the best retirement. So what does this have to do with you and a 5-year framework and a 5-year exit window? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan coming to you live from Consulting Secrets on a perfect day to talk about business, growth, opportunity, fantastic exits, and a 5-year exit strategy. Coming to you live from Sacramento. So here is something that you need to know. I do work with companies on exit planning and exit strategies. And typically, here's what happens. Somebody hits a magical age. And I'm going to share with you that age is about 56, 57. And people at about 56, 57 start saying, I really want to exit my business. I really want to live out my golden years in a tropical location and never see snow again. And so by the time that they get to that point, they're burned out. Their mind isn't in necessarily into the end of what they need to do. They're thinking, how soon can I get out? The best people who plan an exit start thinking 5 years in advance and saying, I'm really going to push this idea of exit. I'm going to be very strategic about it. I'm really going to consider everything that I need to do. And I know it's probably going to take me a little bit more time than what everybody thinks to put things in place. Can you do it in 3 or 2 years? Yes, you can. But if you're giving yourself 5, I'm going to let you know you have a lot more optionality, and optionality is your friend. So the real enterprise value happens in structural shifts. And so you may go in and take a look and say, hey, we need leadership, and you're going to change your leadership. That can take 6 months to a year. Okay. And then you're going to go in, you're going to document processes, you're going to have team cohesion, you're going to have elements of things that work, you're going to have things that don't work. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have move forwards. And in that last 3 or 2 years, if you've got all of this stuff in place, what you have is predictability. And what an investor at a small level under 100 million is really looking for, or what institutional investors are looking for, is predictability and not heroics. Can it be done in 3 or 2 years? Yes. But a 5-year window and a 5-year horizon is going to be the best thing for you. Because optionality disappears when timing is rushed. If you like, hey, I've got to get this done, it has to get done, what happens is you might make some mistakes. What happens is you might leave some money on the table. So if you're at that 50-year mark, 55-year mark, and you're sitting there going, hey, I'm really considering, like, I want to have some exit planning and some extra strategy, you're like, spot on. Like, this is the time to do it, to get the help. Like, if it's not me, pick somebody else, right? Like, it would be awesome if it's me. It doesn't have to be me. If it is me, you can reach out to my hotline, 888-DEAL-919, 888-DEAL-919, and a member of my team will get back to you. As long as you're doing $2 million a year in revenue with a 10% profit margin, no deal's too big. So the solution framework really comes down to, okay, you need really solid leadership, because at the end of the day, you're going to hand off this company and you're going to go, here's my team that I built, and here's the leadership that I have in place, that you don't have to come in and do a lot. They're very good at taking directions. They're very good at running KPIs and SOPs and all of the acronyms that we need to use. And that absolutely works to your value. And what it does is it pushes up your revenue value. Like, you can say, hey, listen, I could leave for a month. I could leave for 6 months. I could almost leave for a year. And this company is going to run the way that it needs to. When you have something like that, there is real value to it. The systems and processes are in place. Like the SOPs are all like, hey, like when somebody comes in for training, it's good to go. In smaller organizations, most of the time this isn't in place. And then what happens is when you have all of these strategies in place, there's buyer readiness. The companies that come to buy you, they'll be salivating. They'll want a piece of the action. But the 5-year exit window. The 5-year exit window is a much better planning process if you have time. So if you're sitting on the fence and you're like, you know what, I'm 52, 53, 54, 55, and I really want to be out by 60, absolute smart move to start considering, hey, we're going to do this right now. We're going to take advantage of these situations. We are going to build everything that we need to. And then here's the thing. We're talking optionality. There's been a couple of times where all of this has been put in place that I know of, and with one client that I worked with, that they got to the end and they're like, I've got too good of a company to let it go. I could probably squeeze out another 10 million if I can stick in for 2 more years. A lot of times what happens is people have burnout because they don't have systems in place. A lot of times people have burnout because they don't have leadership in place. And then what happens is life gets easier, not easy, easier. When you have all of this work done, then it may be a point where like, I just want to go out and build. I may bolt on another company to my company. There you go. 5-year exit window. That's why it can be a better horizon for you than 3 or 2. Depends upon where you're at in life and what you want to do. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.